guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be 10 facts about Scorpio, which I'm really excited to do because Scorpio is one of my favorite signs in the zodiac. I've had the pleasure of being extremely close to an evolved and an unevolved Scorpio, so I've seen all sides of it. I feel like I understand them very well, which is kind of funny because they're one of the most misunderstood signs. Have I had bad experiences with Scorpio? Yes. Have I had amazing experience with Scorpio? Yes. One of my best friends is a Scorpio, one of my exes is a Scorpio. So like, I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of Scorpio. Their characteristics and their traits are just so admirable, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys about the sign. If you guys are not following me yet on Instagram, feel free to check that out, and I'll link that right here. Why would you not want to follow me? I post inspirational things. So as you guys know, Scorpio is a fixed water sign, very emotional, very fixated on what they believe in, ruled by Pluto, which is the furthest planet away from the sun. It's actually the furthest planet away in our solar system. So therefore, Pluto has this sense of being kind of dark and mysterious. It's kind of out there in the unknown, in the dark, very private, and always going through death and rebirth. So Scorpios have a tendency of battling darkness, but also defeating it and coming up and rising even higher. Scorpio has the sign of Scorpion. So this is a sign you do not want to piss off because their stinger will come out and it will sting you. People always want to know about compatibility for Scorpio. My honest opinion is that a Scorpio does really well with other water signs and other earth signs, as you guys know, but I think that Scorpios do really well with water moon signs because they can intuitively understand the depths of what a Scorpio experiences and what they really expect in a romantic partnership or friendship. Taurus is kind of a switch up for Scorpios because it's a polar opposite sign to them, but it's either hit or miss. So you're either really going to be attracted to a Taurus or you're really going to butt heads with them because they are pretty stubborn. So there could be some sense of like a power struggle with Taurus. Alright, so fact number one, I'm sure you guys already know this, I'm sure you've heard this many times. You guys are very intense. It's not that intensity is a bad thing or a good thing. It's just your energy is very strong, your presence is very strong, you have a very magnetic energy, you pull people in without even trying. You just radiate this energy that grabs people's attention. They want to get to know you, they want to see what you're about. Most people that are into astrology or astrologists, people that like to guess other people's signs, can really tell a Scorpio right away by their eyes. They have a very intense stare, a very intense eye contact, and it's usually one that says like, don't mess with me, or like, I'm powerful. You guys are very passionate about whatever it is your heart is focused on, whether that be romance, whether that be work, whether that be family, a hobby or sports or your day-to-day activities. Everything you do, you give it 110%. You're very passionate about whatever it is you're doing. So you guys are the kind of people that do nothing halfway. You give it your all. You're either all in or all out. You're never really one foot in the door. If you're there, you're there. You stick to your word. You're very intense and very passionate about whatever it is your heart is focused on. Alright, so fact number two, you guys are extremely independent people that tend to follow their own path in life. They're not the type that will follow other people. They're not the type that's going to go down a path because it's safe. You guys tend to mature early on in life and become fiercely determined adults. So one thing about Scorpios is they're more introverted and introspective types of people. They really appreciate their alone time. In fact, they thrive when they're alone because they need a lot of time to really understand what it is they're feeling. They feel things extremely deeply. So if you are a Scorpio or if you are close with a Scorpio, you probably know that you guys can go missing or silent from time to time. You guys are always thinking, you're always analyzing, you're always trying to make the next move. You guys need a lot of space and a lot of time to really analyze what's going on in your minds. Scorpios are very self-reliant. They don't always trust that others are going to get the job done correctly, so they'd rather rely on themselves because they know that they will work quickly and efficiently to get the job done correctly in the first time. Okay, so fact number three, you guys are direct. You guys are not the type of people to beat around the bush or to sugarcoat things in hopes of saving somebody else's feelings. And this is because you guys are truth seekers yourself, and you hope that in turn that others are also being truthful with you. Scorpios are not the kind of people to be passive aggressive, and they will call you out if you wrong them or if you do something that irritates or bothers them. And they'll also call you out if they tell that you're holding something back. So fact number 4, you guys are very mysterious. And you guys are probably the most mysterious sign of the zodiac, with the other two being Pisces and Cancer. A Scorpio may never tell you this, but deep down they're very intrigued by taboo things. They love spiritual things. They love the unknown. They love tapping into things that other people would find unsafe or that other people would find dark. A Scorpio really loves diving into those things because it's unknown, and Scorpio love the unknown. They love getting to the truth of things. They're truth seekers. I think what makes you guys very mysterious is that you guys are very guarded with your emotions, and I feel like being mysterious is something you guys really love. You kind of like the fact that others don't quite understand you or can't figure you out. I feel like that to you is something that's a strength because you guys are always planning your next move and you kind of don't really want other people to know what's going on or where you're headed. You'd rather do things privately and behind the scenes and then just kind of show up once you've created something or once you've accomplished something. So Scorpios can seem mysterious to most people because of their very complex nature. They're very, very deeply emotional creatures, but they hide this under the surface. They don't allow other people to see what they're truly feeling, and they're very, very good at covering this and hiding this. They're one of the 3 mystical signs of the zodiac, the 3 being the water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Because the 3 water signs are always feeling things so deeply, it's really hard to tie them down. It's really hard to understand what's going on. Although a strength of these 3 signs, especially Scorpio, is being able to help other people feel things deeply. There can be contradicting characteristics to your sign, and this is why people may find you mysterious. You guys can be very loud, but you guys can also be very quiet. You can be very extroverted and be very introverted. You guys can be extremely loving and you guys can be extremely cold. You guys can be very fearless and courageous when it comes to trying new things and to taking on challenges of the unknown. So because Pluto is the furthest planet away in our solar system, there's going to be an air of mystery to them. There's going to be this sense of the unknown and the dark and the mysterious. Because they're so far out there in the dark, other people have a really hard time reading you guys. You guys are very good at hiding how you're feeling. You guys have a really good poker face. Usually the only other signs that are really good at depicting what's going on deeply in the depths of your soul are other water signs. So Pisces, Cancer, and other Scorpios are probably the ones who get you the best, even if you feel like you're not really doing a good job explaining or showing them how you're feeling. They deeply understand you intuitively. So fact number 5, you guys are extremely determined. You guys have this very keen ability to focus in on things. You guys aren't the type of people that have a lot of problems with ADHD or ADD, because whatever it is you're focusing on, you have 110% there. You guys are very business-minded and you guys are very good at working quickly to get what you want. You guys are very hardworking and you have the leadership abilities to be CEOs, to be bosses, to be managers, to help guide others. Because you guys are very brave and courageous, you're not afraid to initiate things. You're not afraid to light the way, to show the path to others. You guys like to be in control and you don't exactly like other people telling you what to do. So fact number 6, you guys are extremely deep people. And like I said earlier, you're one of the 3 water signs along with Pisces and Cancer. You guys have this ability to feel things extremely deeply. Scorpios are very in tune with their intuitions. They get very quick, intense, and accurate gut feelings. And the feelings that they get from others upon meeting them are usually pretty accurate. A lot of Scorpios live their lives by feeling through their intuition and analyzing these thoughts. You guys have a very strong understanding of the seriousness in life and the way the psyche works. So you guys don't really like things to be very overly optimistic or very frou-frou or very sugar-coated. You guys like things to just be real. You're deep thinkers, you're deep analyzers, and you very much so can analyze the out of your own emotions. And oftentimes Scorpios know very well they can get to very dark places, so they have to be careful and mindful of where they're going in their mind. Most people are very intrigued by your depth, but many people will never come to the understanding of this deep inner turmoil you experience on a day-to-day basis. You can explain it to somebody if you ever let that wall down, but unless you are a Scorpio or another water sign, I'm getting chills, you will never understand the depth of the darkness of their mind. This isn't all Scorpios, I'm not trying to be negative here, I'm just trying to be realistic about where Scorpios can go. Some Scorpios can get to this very dark place and become very cynical of the world, of other people, become totally isolated. And then there's a Scorpio that uses this depth of the mind to continue evolving, to continue having death and rebirth. Scorpios are always in a constant battle of their hearts and their mind. They feel things very deeply, but they're also very analytical. Scorpios are definitely not the type of people to swim in the shallow end. A lot of people can relate to Lady Gaga's song called Shallow, which is kind of funny because Lady Gaga has a Scorpio moon, which is one of the most emotional places for the moon sign to be. You guys bleed and exude in very vivid colors. There's no such thing as a pastel Scorpio. Fact number 7, Scorpios are extremely loyal lovers, loyal friends, loyal family members, and they are extremely protective of the ones that they deeply love and care about. Scorpios are very untrusting of others. They can be very skeptical of other people's intentions. This can sometimes lead to paranoia, but once somebody gains your trust and once you fully trust them, you in turn are extremely a loyal, loving friend and partner. Scorpios typically tend to keep their circle very small. They usually don't have like many friends, or like they don't really care to be like extremely popular. They really care about having a few very close and loyal, dedicated friends. And usually they remain keeping the same friends throughout life. If a Scorpio becomes betrayed, or if they feel that somebody has done them wrong, they may close off that door and go completely cold on you. You'll probably never hear from them again. Because once a Scorpio decides that they're done with the friendship or relationship, they really cut the cord to any communication from that person. Because you guys are very secretive yourself, you respect keeping other people's secrets, you guys are really good at keeping secrets of others. Because you guys are extremely loyal people, in some cases you guys may become obsessive or jealous of the ones that you love most and the ones that are closest to you. Fact number 8, you guys are secretive people. This is kind of funny because I am a psychologist and I'm also obviously into astrology, and one thing that I've noticed over the years is that Scorpios are the ones that tend to keep their profiles on social media private. And I started noticing that. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm noticing that all these Scorpios' profiles are private. It's because they're so private. They don't let you in unless they want you in, you know? Although Scorpios love living pretty private lives, they love getting to the truth in the matter behind other people in their lives. So Scorpios are very sensitive people because they do feel things very deeply, but you probably won't see this side of them under their tough and exterior shell. They're very good at hiding how they feel from others. And it's a sense of like not wanting to come off as weak. They just like keeping things within. They keep it close to their heart. They feel that they only need themselves to get through things. Alright, so fact number 9, you guys are extremely romantic people. Scorpios are not the type of sign to look for a fling or like a one-night stand. A Scorpio is looking for their soulmate. They're really looking for a very intense and one-on-one connection. And they're also looking for somebody that will connect with them on an emotional, physical, and a spiritual level. They really thrive on a very deep connection. No offense to Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius. A Scorpio is looking for something very, very deep and very connected. I feel that there's a lot of other signs in the zodiac that get bored easily, or who can talk to a few people at one time, or who believe in polygamous relationships. A Scorpio is very much so not that way. A Scorpio is one-on-one with you. They want to become one soul. They want to be very interconnected, and they want to experience life with you. When a Scorpio is in love with you, they will want to do very romantic things with you, like the lovey-dovey type things from the Notebook. They'll want to buy you flowers and get you little surprises. They're very generous lovers. So like I was saying earlier, I did date a Scorpio, and he actually had Scorpio Sun, Moon, Mercury, so he was very Scorpio. Not to say that the entire relationship was all rainbows and unicorns, but There definitely were times in the relationship where we were very interconnected and I saw how deeply he cared and how deeply protective he was of me. You know, like the cheesy little scenes from romantic movies that people are like, oh, that's not true, that's not in real life. Like, no, a Scorpio will make that real life, but they're so private about their life that you won't really know that side of romance unless you have been involved with a Scorpio and you have this experience yourself. Scorpios are extremely seductive and charming people. Scorpios are ruled by the organ of the genitals, so they are extremely in tune and in touch with their sexuality. They're very promiscuous people. Some Scorpios are only like this behind closed doors. I would say more so too, look where the Venus and the Mars are placed, because there is this kind of misconception that all they care about is sex, and that's not the case. I think that the Venus and the Mars play a big part in your sexuality and how you approach sex. So if you are curious, like, well, I'm dating a Scorpio sun and moon and they're not very sexual, like, you gotta look into Mars and into the Venus, because that's more so how they're going to love and how they're going to express their sexuality. So once you really gain the attention of a Scorpio and they're totally fixated on you, they will be extremely faithful and extremely committed partners. Fact number 10, you guys are lie detectors. You guys can tell if somebody is lying about anything. You guys see right through the bullshit. You guys are natural, like, x-ray machines. You can just scan somebody and know exactly what's going on behind the surface that they're displaying. Don't lie to them. You can try it, but it will be kind of awkward, and honestly they're probably just gonna get pissed at you, and it's not fun. Don't do it. If you've ever seen the explosive side of a Scorpio, especially if Scorpio is in the moon or in the Mars, just don't piss off a Scorpio. You guys are one of the most intuitive signs in the zodiac. You guys have a natural ability to understand the psyche. You guys are natural psychologists. A lot of Scorpios end up in the fields of psychology or sociology or even working as detectives. They are very good at getting to the bottom of things, and they're very good at seeing past the illusions of what's fake and what's false. Because of the depth of emotion you guys feel and you guys are able to analyze within, you're then able to also feel and analyze the emotion of others. You guys are emotional geniuses, and I would say your intelligence lies in the emotions. Alright guys, that is all I have for you for today's video for the 10 facts of Scorpio. As always, I would love to hear back from you guys in the comments section which of the 10 facts resonated with you or which of the 10 facts did not resonate with you. Hey, I'd love to hear back from you guys, see your opinions and your views of being a Scorpio or knowing a Scorpio. And also, if you guys are interested, I do compatibility birth chart readings as well as tarot card readings. So if you guys are interested in that, all the information is below. As always, the link to my Etsy shop to get your crystal pendant necklaces is also below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care.